Notre Dame just suffered their second loss of the season to Texas A&M. This loss isn't about Notre Dame being 0-2. This loss is reaffirming us something that we've been screaming at Notre Dame to do for a very long time, and that's join the damn conference. With Notre Dame losing to Texas A&M, their playoff hopes are in the drain, in the garbage. You have no shot of getting to the college football playoffs this year. Your margin for error was already razor thin entering this season. You don't play in the conference. So when you create your own schedule, if you don't have enough quality opponents to overcome a few hiccups, you're going to handicap your chances getting into the dance. And that's what Notre Dame did this season. They front loaded their first two games with Miami and Texas A&M. You're supposed to do that, but you also have to win them. And these are the only two ranked games that Notre Dame has on their schedule this season at the moment. Maybe USC ends up being really good and they can be a ranked game. And if you beat them, it'll be a good enough resume builder to still get you into the playoffs in spite of two losses. There's nothing wrong with having a two-loss team in the playoffs, especially Notre Dame. The issue is Notre Dame being an independent hurts their playoff chances every season because they always give themselves a small margin of error. If you don't have about 5 or 6 quality teams on your schedule, then you have to be nearly flawless. Two losses won't get you into the playoffs being Notre Dame. But if you played in the SEC, then you having two losses wouldn't be the end of your season because you can still win your conference, get into the conference championship game, and if you win it, you get that automatic spot into the dance. And even if you don't win your conference championship game, then let's say Notre Dame is a 9-3 team in the SEC. They have two losses, but they also have a few ranked wins. That will be able to help you overcome your early season losses. You can overcome early season losses if you have a strong schedule. That's why teams in the SEC aren't afraid to schedule big out-of-conference opponents early during the season, because even if they slip up, they know that their conference schedule is loaded with enough ranked teams that they can rebuild up their resume to make it into the playoffs. With 2-3 losses, you still are going to have a fair shot at getting in with how deep the SEC is as a conference. Same thing with the Big Ten. If Notre Dame was in the Big Ten or in the conference right now, then their season wouldn't be over. But with them refusing to get rid of their independence, they're hurting their playoff chances because now your margin for error is so thin that if you don't have a lot of quality opponents on your schedule, then you got to beat the ones that you do play. And if you don't, then your season ends early, like how it has for Notre Dame. And even with a little bit of chaos, Notre Dame probably still won't get in. You need a lot to go right for you. Hell, even you getting in with one loss last year, despite how well you played after the Northern Illinois loss, you could still make the argument that if it wasn't for the Alabama and Ole Miss upsets and a few things that happened ahead of Notre Dame, maybe they don't get in. You know, we didn't really talk about that due to all the chaos that happened late during the season that hurt the SEC's playoff teams. But Notre Dame should just join the conference at this point. You get more money being in the conference, and it helps you get into the playoffs more consistently being in the conference due to you getting that automatic spot if you win your conference, which helps you override a few early season losses or a few upset losses.